Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Sorrell, plant spirit medicine woman, and we are in my kitchen. And I am here to show you how I make my ceremonial cacao. Now this is a simple ceremonial cacao. It's just cacao and water. I do like to blend herbs in with my cacao sometimes, but today we're just going plain and simple to make life easy. In front of me I have all the tools I need. I've got some different cacaos. I've already chosen the cacao I'm working with today, and I've decided I'm going to work with the Spirit of the Valley cacao. This is a new batch of cacao that's just arrived, and it's really fresh and really creamy, so I'm very excited to work with it. I've also got in front of me 3 cacao beans, and these cacao beans are going to be buried in the ground before I drink my cacao, to offer thanks, to offer gratitude to Mother Earth for this amazing offering that she brings to us, this cacao. So what do we need to do? We have cleaned all of our tools, and now I'm going to smudge them. So they've been cleaned physically, now I want to clean the energy. I've already smudged myself thoroughly, you might want to do that too. And I'm going to start by just wafting this Palo Santo. This is ethically sourced Palo Santo. We want to make sure everything we work with is ethically sourced and organic and in harmony with nature. So we're just washing, intentionally cleansing the energy of the knife that we're cutting with, the board that we're working with. And the cacao doesn't really need a smudge, but perhaps on its journey it picked up some energy, so we'll just smudge any heavy energy away. And I have a little cacao tree sitting with us today just to share the moment with us. She doesn't need a smudge though, she's perfect just the way she is. We're going to smudge our water. I've got a cup here of really clean filtered water. This is around 250 mils. 200 to 250 mils is a good amount to work with for a ceremonial drink. We're going to just smudge the tools that we've got here, the scales and the bowl that I'm working with. And also we want to smudge our saucepan and the ladle. I like to work with a spatula. That works really, really well for me, so that I can get a good blend so it goes really rich and creamy fast. Other people like to work with a whisk or even put it in a blender. I prefer not to do that. I prefer to do it all by hand. This feels more in alignment with the natural way that it's prepared. All the cacaos that I work with are prepared by hand. There are no electrical or mechanical objects that have worked with it initially, so I like to continue that process on into the making of its final ceremonial cup. So we have everything smudged, everything cleaned, everything ready to go. I'm going to work with a smaller dose today. Sometimes I like to work with a higher dose, up to 42 grams is a good amount, but today I'm going to work with a low dose. I'm just going to go quite low, quite simple at 28 grams. This works for me absolutely fine. I used to need a higher dose, but I think because I've been doing this for about 5 years now, 28 grams hits the spot perfectly. I believe Mama Cacao has done a very, very good job, and I need less of her now. Her healing has been such a profound healing for my life in so many ways. And I've been a herbalist now for about 27 years. And when I started working with cacao 5 years ago, I was so blown away by her power. Okay, we've got 29 grams. Do I want to be perfectionist about this and take a little bit out? I think I will. I'm just going to take a tiny bit out. That is perfect. So that's 28 grams now. Now all we need to do is heat up the water, add our cacao. So we're going to do that as I move over to the cooker. We'll pour the water into the saucepan. And we'll just wait. We'll put the cup down while we heat the water up. And we'll just wait for the water to boil before we add our cacao. So the water is boiling now. We're going to add our cacao, turning down the water so it's not going to boil the cacao. And then we're going to start to whisk it. And as we're whisking it, we can put our intentions into the cacao as well. We can tune into the way we want Mama Cacao to work with us today. And that I really like to do this with a song. This is something that I learnt from some of my shamanic teachers. And the way I like to sing to Mama Cacao is a song that she, well, I kind of think of it as a download. We kind of downloaded this song when we first started working together. So I will sing this song for you. And Mama Cacao. Hey, hey, Mama Cacao, please wake up and hear my song now. Help us to be happy, sparkling and flowing with your loving energy. Hey, hey, Mama Cacao, help us to be happy and healthy now. Help us to be flowing with your energy, sharing it with all of humanity. So I might sing a little longer, weave in different prayers depending on what story I am working on that particular day, making sure that she doesn't boil but just warms, just heats through. And because this cacao is all handmade, there may be little grainy bits in the bottom of the pan, but you shouldn't see any big lumps. So when I turn it to the side slightly, I can just check and see that there's no big lumps in the pan. If I'm making a really big batch of cacao, that's harder to do because you can't necessarily see the bottom of the pan. So you have to trust how it feels a little bit more. But she's good, she's ready. So now I am going to return her to the cup that we're working with, turning off the heat. Thank you, heat, thank you, fire, for your help. And now I'm going to pour it into the cup, the ceremonial cacao cup that I'm working with. I like a nice cup to work with when I'm drinking my cacao. Okay, so another reason why I like this spatula is because it allows me to scrape out all the last little bits of cacao. So there's no waste at all. Okay, so now we have our delicious cup of ceremonial cacao ready. I like to now just hold it and tune in to the heart of the sky, the heart of the earth, and the heart of each cacao. And I invite them to be present with me while I sit down, and I'm going to mindfully drink this cacao now. I like to also meditate for around 20 minutes after I've had my cacao to really allow her medicine to sink in and to give myself a chance to become peaceful, to become empty, and allow any messages that are traveling to me from spirit and from Mama Cacao to be heard. So I hope this helps you to understand how to make a really high vibrational ceremonial cacao drink that can carry you into a deep healing meditative state or on a shamanic journey. Thank you for watching.